Boujee babes, and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I wanted to sit down and have more of a chit chat vibe because I have a lot of things going on in this noggin right now. In today's video I wanted to discuss feeling lost in your early 20s. The reason why I wanted to record this video is because I'm in my early 20s and I feel lost. So I feel like it'd be good to make a video about something that I'm actually experiencing right now rather than speculate about things that I don't have any experience in. I'm 23 years old. I'll be 24 in August, which I can't believe. I feel like for me, whenever I entered the age of 21, my life dramatically shifted. I think that this probably happened for me because I became a lot more aware of the choices that I was making and the consequences that followed those choices, as well as realizing, okay, wow, everything that I do is really on me at this point, and that's a scary feeling. At this age, everything feels confusing, exciting, new, even a little scary at times, honestly, because we are finding our way, we are making new decisions. So if you're feeling lost right now, don't worry, you are certainly not alone, especially right now, me being 23 years old. I'm in the same boat with you. I thought that being in your early 20s would look a lot like this. But really, it's a lot like this.
Actual vomit.
I wrote down 3 things that have really helped me feel a little less lost right now in my life. Of course, you have to take life day by day, minute by minute, second by second, okay? But these are 3 things that have really helped me over the course of a few years that keep me a little bit more grounded and not so much flying about in the wind and scared shitless.
Shout out to the YouTube. Before we make it, I'm in here.
Sorry about that. My brother called. It's his birthday, so he's coming down into town and went to see what the dealio is. But back to what I was talking about. Tip number 1, try to be less afraid of failing. As someone who is a perfectionist, this has been something I struggle with till this day, and I just try to take it moment by moment whenever those things or situations come towards me. But you have to be unafraid to fail, otherwise you're really never going to get anywhere. And if you're stuck in the mindset that I have to win or I have to achieve or I have to pursue something and be successful at it all the time, frankly, you're going to live a miserable life, because sometimes shit does not work out and you have to be willing to accept the fact that shit doesn't work out. So try to be a little less afraid of failing. I think that this is a useful tip because there's a lot of fear that comes along with trying to be successful at everything because you're petrified of not being successful at whatever it is. And frankly, in your early 20s, it's all about taking risk and failing or achieving. You never know. That's why you have to take the risk. But it's something that I personally still am trying to actively do better at, even with the small things like trying new food or the small things. Tip number 2, and this one might make you a little bit unhappy. You have to take ownership of your choices, of your life. No excuses. No more excuses. Like, I can't keep going through the same cycle and expecting it to be different if I'm steadily going into it with the same mindset. You have to take ownership of your choices, of your life, because every single decision you make either has consequences or it has pros to it, and that's just life. I feel like it's really about taking accountability, not only for your actions but just the decisions that you make. I feel like at a certain point, especially when you hit your 20s, you have to learn how to start taking accountability, or you're always going to be that person who is constantly pointing the finger, and nobody wants to be around that person. I sure as hell don't. Tip number 3, be comfortable being uncomfortable. That one is a toughie because I feel like the society has trained us to always try to end up in a really good situation where we are comfortable, where we are content. And while that is not necessarily a bad thing, I feel like being content within a situation that is comfortable, you're not growing as a person, your character's not growing, your personality's not growing, you're stagnant. You have to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. If you're feeling lost right now, discover why you feel lost. Maybe there is something within you that you need to do some soul searching for. Maybe there are things that you need to mend. Maybe there are things that you need to try. There's no way you're going to be able to grow past the point that you are in right now, if you're not willing to try new things and to step out of your comfort zone and to make new choices, doing the same thing over and over and over and expecting different results is the definition of insanity. How do you expect yourself to get out of the situation that you're in if you're constantly doing the same thing? Yeah. Speaking to myself right now. Something that has really helped me step out of my own perspective is meditation, journaling, dancing, really just hobbies that bring me some sense of inner peace, joy, quietness of the mind, things that kind of awaken my soul. I feel like these things help me because I'm stepping out of whatever situation that I'm feeling or whatever situation that I'm in, and I'm putting my energy towards something else, and that's helping me to slow down my thought process and think about things in a more sensible way. For you, those hobbies or those things that might help you are totally different from what helps me. And this ties back into what I just mentioned. You will never know what those things are if you don't search for them right now. Feeling lost is another thing that I feel like could be connected to spirituality. If you're not a spiritual person, if you don't believe in God, you know, that's a preference and I totally respect that. But there is something within you, perhaps, that maybe is not in alignment with where you are and could be the reason why you're feeling the confusion and the sense of lostness. I'm going to be very candid right now. I have horrible days and I have great days, and then I have days in between where everything's just bleh and everything's fine. That's totally normal. You're gonna have ebbs and flows of life. So just accept that nothing will ever be consistently the same. That's something that I had to make peace with because like I said, I'm very much a person that likes things done in a certain way. So when things are kind of disrupted and it has to go a different way, I panic, I get anxiety. It's something that I have to actively work on every day as a person. But I can definitely say, looking back a couple years ago compared to now, boy, have I grown. I have grown. I'm forever grateful because without these tools that I have now, I think that I would be way worse off than where I am right now. Your girl is blessed. No matter what the stresses are, I'm blessed. In correlation to that, I guess I'll throw in a little tip number 4, gratitude. Gratitude. That is something that I'm currently really fixating on, gratitude, because all the things that I have right now are things that I only dreamed of having maybe 5, 10 years ago. All the things that I have right now, I have prayed for. And that in itself is a huge, huge deal. And yeah, I might feel lost right now, but back then I felt incredibly lost, incredibly depressed. And look at me now. Like, I'm fine. Try to learn how to pull yourself out and look at it at a different angle, because most times you're doing perfect. Most times you're doing great. In this fast-paced world, they like to make you feel like you're not doing enough. I feel like that right now. That's why I'm filming this. I'm not doing enough. Let me film. But really, you're doing freaking amazing. For what we're dealing with right now as a society, you're doing amazing. So just try to remember these things whenever you start to feel really low and lost in those moments, because these things will likely pull you out of that mindset, hopefully. Anyways, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. It felt nice to kind of just release my own thoughts instead of making a goofy video this time around. I hope that some of these tips really helped you, because Lord knows, speaking them out loud kind of helped me. I was feeling a little bit off this morning, but I'm very glad that I sat down and I filmed this because I really feel like it's going to help someone. So, if you haven't already, click that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you get notified every single time your girl posts, because I be posting. And if you did not know, I have a TikTok and I have a dance channel now. It's fairly new, so you know I'm just slowly putting out content for that, but it's gonna pop off, so you're gonna want to make sure you're subscribed. I hope you have a great day. Thanks for watching.